they're going to have questions. They're going to be like, okay, well, we get involved in this service, like what we paying for. You know how they are, man. You know, what we paying for and
Right.
and what's provided in this service. You know, my credit is messed up.
Exactly.
Like, I got a low credit score, like 300. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say it's like, it's really important, you know what I'm saying, especially like with us being here on this podcast. You know, we want to be informative, and as long as you're willing to educate them and give them an insight of how it works and how it's done, you know, they got to keep in mind that it's not going to be done overnight.
Right. And that's another thing about my business is, of course, things aren't going to be done overnight. But what we do is we actually, me personally, all my clients, I follow up with all my clients. So I keep them basically every step of the way of the process of the 4 to 6 months. Sometimes their credit score can be done in 3 months. It just depends on, every person is different in their credit score. So basically what I do is I'm there basically letting you know everything that you need to do. If you need to call me, if you're trying to, if your credit is already at a spot and you're trying to get it, like maybe you're trying to get a home or trying to get an apartment or something like that, you can even call me and I can give you some little scenarios and things like that, just based off of testimonies and my own testimony and experience. But I'm more personable with all of my clients, and I have a whole team to help most of my clients as well. And then also I do webinars as well. I'm going to be given the whole blueprint on how credit scores worked, how it's evaluated. So basically, any questions that'll be coming my way will definitely be answered. So even if I don't have the answer, I will definitely get that right information to that person. So so when not only I'm just helping as far as credit, I'm actually connecting and bonding with that client to see what they're trying to do or what their goal or objective is.
Well, I know you mentioned about the whole webinar thing. I just have a suggestion that it would be good if you do like a webinar on your YouTube channel, because a lot of people, go to YouTube, a lot of people go live on Facebook and everything, what I'm saying, for everybody to really check out the webinar and all. But how often do you do your webinars?
Right. So I actually just started my YouTube channel on the platform, so I got a little bit over 200 followers. I actually have my video and content, so I will be dropping some content soon, within the next few weeks or so. And as far as my webinars, you can find those webinars on my Instagram channel, my Facebook channel. I'm always going to be posting when those webinars are, and then also I'll actually put one on YouTube, so that way if you're not able to attend that webinar, then you can always go back and look at a recap. And then also most of my webinars that are done, or I do have special guests on my webinars. Sometimes I'll have my other guests do the webinars for me, but you can actually listen to these webinars basically anywhere in the world. So if you have access to a phone or a computer, laptop, you can actually view it. So even if you're at work, or say if you're working somewhere like at an office where you do have the time, you can actually listen and tune into those webinars as well. So that's a good thing about the webinar. It's an app. It's called Zoom. We do it on Zoom meetings, and you can just download it. It takes about a few seconds, and you'll basically have access to credit services no matter where you are. So that's also a thing that I want to point out that I have about my business. So
that's cool. That's cool. That's what's up right there. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, you know what, y'all? To you listeners out there, we got to give this guy here a round of applause here on Ethic Talk Radio. You know what I mean? He is the real deal, and everything that you're saying here, it makes a lot of sense, man, as far as getting people to join your service, and not only them joining your service, but it's like you can help them and all that. So that's pretty cool. But look, y'all, we're about to go into a commercial break right now, y'all, so y'all stay tuned. We be right back.
If you are listening to this commercial and suffer from bad credit for whatever the reason, and no matter how long you've been suffering, there is hope. I am Marquise Davis, and I would love to help you so you can get qualified to buy a car, a home, or simply wipe out those old negative items. I've been in your situation and would love to help you get back on a fast track to financial freedom. For more information, text the word credit repair to 562-754-0442. Again, that's 562-754-0442. I am your millennial man, Marquise Davis.
Till how did we get here as African Americans, and then what is African American? Because African Americans go from Chile all the way to Canada.
Also, that we were also considered Spanish because the Moors were the ones who went into Europe during the Dark Ages and taught these different tribes.
Ellen Kane saw her act in 1928 and appropriated Jones's vocal stylings for a recording of I Wanna Be Loved by You. Jones's style, as imitated by Kane, went on to become the inspiration for the voice of cartoon character Betty Boop.
Of all oppressed peoples, including especially the working masses, specifically the laboring people of all the world.
Fritz Pollard was the very first black head coach in the National Football League, as well as one of the league's first black players.
All black people do not come from the same.
Rolling a drowsy, syncopated tune, rocking back and forth to a mellow croon. I heard a Negro play.
The Cage Bird sings, and that book really speaks to me because it speaks about a young African American girl that was raised at her innocence with her at a young age.
The importance of Dr. King's legacy to me is a story of faith, humility, strength, you know what I mean, to go through that struggle and still be able to wake up and do it again.
I think it was a good thing, you know, because during that time, you know, there was a lot going on and people dealing with slavery. All people in general should have equal rights.
Promoted her products by traveling around the country, giving lecture demonstrations, and eventually established Madam C.J. Walker Laboratories in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The Lincoln Motion Picture Company was a black-owned film production company founded by the Johnson brothers in 1915 in Omaha, Nebraska. It was incorporated in 1916 in Los Angeles, California. Harriet Tubman was born in Dorchester County, Maryland in 1820 and successfully escaped a life of slavery in 1849. She led hundreds of slaves north to freedom, becoming the most famous conductor on the Underground Railroad.
Lincoln said to a nation far more divided than ours, "We are not enemies, but friends. Though passion may have strained, it must not break our bonds of affection."
Get the fuck over to the sidewalk.
Man, you ain't gotta talk to us like that, man. We live right down the street.
Didn't I tell you to get the hell off the street?
It's our job to teach our youth more about Black history so we can, you know, start to love one another. If we love one another, eventually people will do the same too.
You're listening and tuning into Ethic Radio, broadcasting live from Los Angeles, California. All right, y'all, welcome back here on Ethic Talk Radio, y'all. Hey, look, don't forget to follow us on that Mixcloud app in case you all missed this program here, live on the air here on Ethic Radio. And also, don't forget to order that Black History story at Amazon.com. Cop the documentary. Black History Month is like right around the corner, within one more month in February, even though every day should be Black History in this day and age for everybody, y'all. So again, y'all, we have Marquise Davis here on Ethic Talk Radio, y'all. And one thing that we want to discuss and what we want to talk about here while we got you here live on the air, bruh. You know what I mean? Let me cut this music down just a little bit just to make sure, you know, they all hearing this and all that. So let's say, for instance, if someone wants to do what you're doing, if someone wants to be a folk hero like you that want to save people's lives and all, with their credit situations, right? Like, talk about.
Well, I'm glad
there.
glad you even asked. So,
I mean, you know, I got to touch on both of them, where you can help them with the business, but if they want to join the business, what do they need to do? Not to cut you off, bro. Sorry about that. Go ahead, break it down to us.
No worries. So those of you, what he's saying is not only you get to have your credit worked on, the great part about it is there is a business side. So if you need a little bit more funds, you can actually achieve that as well in my business. Now, another good thing about my business and what I do, so when I say I like to help people, I like to actually help people. So if you're struggling and you're living from paycheck to paycheck, you can do this from your phone. You can do it from anywhere in the world. Notice how I keep saying that. You can do this from anywhere in the world. So basically,
handcrafted for your listening and viewing pleasure, pretty much for the most part.
So here we are. So for $100 more, so I'm going to give you guys a little bit about the pricing, not too much in detail. So basically, you're doing your credit services for an X amount, and then for $100 more, you get to actually be into the business side. Now, as far as the business side, while you're getting your credit worked on, if you just refer 5 individuals, 5 people, whether they want to be in business or whether they want to work on their credit, your credit services are free. So, I mean, a lot of people like that word free, right? So if you...
Yeah, you know, it's a lot of people out there that want that little freebie shot, you know what I'm saying? You know, clean their credit up and everything, you know. I mean, there's nothing wrong with investing in yourself if, you know, you're willing to help others do the same thing that you're doing.
Exactly. And that's a great point that you brought up. So,
hey, we all ears, man. You know, listeners on live here on air, we all ears, baby. You know, break it down to us, man. You know.
All right, look here, guys. So you guys want to get your credit worked on and have a little bit more money, more time, more freedom. So look here, if you get 5 people, you've only made one payment. That payment is basically like an investment for later on in the future. So not only you get your credit worked on, you get to get money and earn extra income, not only off of those clients, also the people that you help. So not only I'm helping you, give you an opportunity, you can also give others an opportunity. So not just being yourself or selfish, you can actually help everyone else. So basically, if you give everyone else that opportunity, you can help so many people in this world. So that's my actual big vision. My goal is to help. I want to help everyone, as many people as I can. And if I can't do it, I want to build a big brand and organization of people to help me reach out to more people. So so that's why I said I do more than just reach out and help people with their credit. So everyone know credit is power, and also let's not be ignorant to the fact that money is power too. So if you're looking to earn a little bit more income or put towards savings, retirement, or whatever, I offer that business opportunity as well. So you get to work on your credit and you get to make a little money. So both of that, who can say no to that?
Right.
So once again, thank you, Ethic Radio, for bringing me here and inviting me and giving me the pleasure to go ahead and drop a few nuggets out to your audience as well. So don't forget to follow his Ethic Radio archives on YouTube and also my platform as well. So run the 800 as long as you stick to that and remember that.
Run 800. Run the 800. Run the 800, y'all. Run the 800. You know what I mean? That's how you got to do it. You got to run the 800. You know what I'm saying?
There it is.
That's so once you talk to us about this 50% off deals for the holidays and all, man, you know, break it down to us about that.
So dropping into 2020, everyone has their resolutions. So I thought it'd be a great time to offer everyone a great resolution. So let's work on yourself, better yourself, and if you go ahead and present and enter that keyword, like I was telling you guys, Ethic Radio. So if you guys text that credit repair to 562-754-0442, I'll give you $50 off of enrollment. Once again, that is $50 off. Who could use an extra $50 off? So whatever the enrollment is, you'll get $50 extra off. Hey, I need to hear that again. $50 off. So if you're ready to get started, go ahead and send me a text right now. Credit repair Just say Ethic Radio sent me. So 562-754-0442. So make sure you write that number down. And then if you looking to help someone else, share that number to someone else and say, hey, if you're looking to make more money, hey, Marquise Davis, this guy can do it. So definitely want to give a shout out to Big Ethic Radio again. And make sure you guys follow me on social media. And I can't wait to be in business and help each and every one of you. So give me a call, give me a text.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, y'all. So that's like, you know, it's good that you on here dropping them jewels, dropping those nuggets, like you say, them nuggets. But, you know, as long as they're see the results, because that's very important to, you know, people want to see results. And sometimes, you know, people want to hear testimonies, which is part of the results. And I know you have one person that gave their testimony of their results on your YouTube channel. And, you know, right. So, you know, because sometimes, like, when people want to jump on it, you know, it's like they want to hear testimony from others.
Right. And to most people, it's like a leap of faith. Not everyone's willing to take that leap, so they want to see. Some people seeing is believing. So what I do is I actually post my results on social media. I use my testimony first of all too. So not only I'm showing other people's results, I'm not afraid to show my results. So my credit went up 50 points or 15 points. And I also have testimonies. So go ahead and follow me on Run the 800 on Instagram. I removed repos, and guys, repo, this is your car repossession. I removed bankruptcies, I've removed charge-offs, collections, and even medical bills, because most people don't even know most of your medical bills has a violation with HIPAA. So basically those are easy to remove as well. Some people have hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of debt, and they believe that, oh, I have to wait 7 years, like you were saying, or 10 years, and it goes back to around the knowledge as well. So if you have that knowledge, and if you know how everything works and stuff like that, especially the credit blueprint, then it just puts you in a better financial state and a better well-being and a better mindset. So I definitely want to go ahead and go back to that. So I definitely want to let the audience and the fans know that's out there listening. Once you are contacting me and getting this information, just soak it in like a sponge. So you just ask all the questions, even if you keep repeating the same question 5 or 6 or 7 times. That's how we learn. So
So isn't it true that you know, I know you mentioned about having attorneys that can get things removed off their record. Is it true that they can like remove it off their record? Will they investigate it, or they just move it and that's it? That's what I'm asking. Right. Well, just think of it as like a case or something like that. So attorneys, that's what they do. That's what their job is, to investigate, look into it, and do the research. So that's another part of one of our services as well. So we have 10 other services, and definitely having an attorney. We definitely have one of those for every client. So if you have anything on your credit that requires an attorney, we actually go that step to actually getting that removed off your credit. So the attorney fees, does that include in the package that they pay monthly? Like, does that include that, or will they have to pay the attorney fees separately? No, so that's all. Everything, all the services that we have are into our services as a whole. So there's no hidden fees. There's no this, you have to pay this, you have to pay extra this. No, it's all a fee. So let me just go ahead and give you, I'm very transparent. So since you're talking about fees, let me just go ahead and be upfront. Yeah. So you guys, to get started with our services for credit, it's $189 a month. So $189, and after that monthly you would pay $89 a month for about 4 to 6 months, depending on what you have on your credit. So everyone is different. And also, as far as the fees, for $100 more, when I was explaining about the business side, so for $100 more, you can actually be in business as well. So you'll be a business partner. Notice I didn't say boss or anything else. You're actually business partners. So we're partners now. So everything I know, you're gonna know. So that's what I definitely wanted to go ahead and touch base on that as well. Yeah, because that's why I say, it's very important, because, people want to know, that whatever they pay monthly for this service, that, they're going to get their money's worth. You know what I mean? Like I get that, you know, the whole communication thing and all that, but like whatever these services that are included, it's like even if they join the service or they just want to pay for the service monthly to clean their credit, it's, you know, that's why I wanted to ask that question, that, you know, the attorney fees are included,
right? So
with the monthly
that's
service.
all a part of the $89 a month. So not only you're fixing and repairing your credit for that amount of time, you also have access to all the other services as well. So all that's included. So there's no hidden fees, there's no cancellation fees. The only thing there is an enrollment fee, and of course you pay your monthly $89 unless you get your five clients, and then that'll waive your services. So that's why I say the business side, most people want to pay for to fix their credit, and they'll be done with that. But then when they do hear that they can earn extra money, and like, oh, it's free, just make one payment, get 5 people, and I don't have to pay for my services, and I get to make money. Why not do both? But everyone is different. Some people just want to fix their credit and go about their day, and most entrepreneurs and people who want to make money would want to get in the business side as well. So I offer both services as well. So but it's all included. Just to go back to what you were saying, it's all included. There's no additional or hidden fees or anything like that.
Yeah, that's what's up right there. That's what's up, man. That's what I'm talking about right there. You know what I mean? Like, for you doing this type of service, like, how long have you been doing the credit repair service and getting people to start a business through the service and all that? Like, how long have you been doing this here?
Well, I've been doing a little bit over a year now. I don't have any regrets. And this actually allows me more time in my life, because I don't have to worry about clocking in and going to work. And I'm actually grateful for my downfall. So that I am thankful for. Learn from your mistakes. I had good credit and messed it up, and rebuilding it. So and then I've always been a people person, like I was mentioning. So just me helping people. So that's what I get satisfaction out the most. So
okay, there's a listener that's live on the air here, sent us a question that they want to ask you here.
Oh, yeah,
and the listener have mentioned, if someone else use a person's credit without them knowing, can they get that taken care of? Can they get that taken off their credit as well? That's like if the information was left behind and someone got a credit card in their name, or someone used their name and their social security number and all that stuff like that. Do you guys provide service for that as well?
Right. We actually do. So that's one of our, we do provide identity theft monitoring. So that sounds like someone stole either their identity, or like you said, they may have found a credit card or something, or some kind of information laying around. But we do have shields, so we have identity theft monitoring and ID protection as well. So if someone does get a hold of this information, we can definitely put alerts. We can send you alerts. That's also a great thing. We can send it to your phone or an email as well. So we can actually send you that. So if something like that were to happen, and then that's why we do offer those services, because we do have those services. So that way, when we recognize that it was someone else or some kind of fraud or theft or something like that, then we can definitely get it taken care of. So I'm glad that they did mention that. So yes, those are a part of our 11 services that we have to offer. So
yeah, because there's a lot of people out there, credit got messed up because they was either married to someone, their husband or their wife messed their credit up and everything like that.
And that's what I get. I didn't mean to cut you off, but
that's cool.
Most of my clients, they do get messed up credit because it's from someone close, like family or friends,
right?
And we lend hands, and we're thinking like, oh, this is just cousin or auntie or whatever. But when it comes to business and family, you kind of got to keep it separate, because when it comes to business, family, like, oh, I don't got to pay him back. That's my brother or that's my cousin, and they end up messing their credit. And then when their credit messes up, they don't want to pay for it. So we definitely want to watch out for that.
Yeah, because a lot of that has happened when, like, a person co-signed for somebody to get a cell phone, or they co-signed for somebody to get a brand new car, and then all of a sudden the car gets repossessed and pay. And I know you mentioned earlier about repossess, like repo and all that stuff on their record, but I'm just saying that, like, people that have been married and they go through these like horrified divorces and all that stuff, and then it's like it's all bad for them. It's like they can't even get ahead or move on with their lives because their credit is screwed up because
Right.
of something what their spouse or their widow have done to them.
Right.
You know, just like if they widow or their spouse had passed away or something like that, but now they left in debt.
Right.
You
And
see
that's
what I'm saying?
and that's something Americans they don't know, that credit actually follows you. So the people who aren't too financial or credit literate, and they don't know about credit, they don't know that it sticks on your record for 5 or 7 years, depending on what it is. So it does affect them. It might not affect your immediate situation, but somewhere in the future, like they're trying to get a house or something like that of that nature, something big, that'll pop up in your credit. So what happened here? And then now you have to go and explain your life over, or if you're trying to apply for some credit somewhere else and you keep explaining yourself, so what happened here, that's always going to follow you. So with my business and what I do, we want to make sure that doesn't happen. So not only we're going to remove it from your credit, it actually gets deleted, and that's a key word. That's actually was one of my posts on YouTube. So not only I removed someone's credit, something negative on the credit, it was deleted. So that means it doesn't show up, it's gone. So you paid for it, you didn't pay for it, whatever it was, you learned from it, we took it off, and you starting over basically. So with higher credit, more powerful and strong credit, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. So you pretty much cover for like student loans as well, right?
Well, if it's anything government, we can't take off. So that if it's something government, but some student loans we can remove. But if it's something like a government loan, that's something that you have to pay. That's something you have to deal with the government. We don't interfere with that. But most loans we do take off.
Yeah. Like if it's like personal loans, or if they get loans from the credit union or something like that.
Right, exactly.
You know, like if it's like over 5,000, 3,000. So let's say if they in debt, like if they got like $20,000 in debt, you feel me, worth of.
Well, I'll basically use my own auntie. Sorry, auntie, but she had over $300-something thousand worth of debt. She has a little bit less than 98,000. So I do want to put that testimony.
Good evening. My name is Stephanie, and I would like to give a great big shout out to my nephew, Marquise Davis, for helping me with my credit score. It went up 169 points so far, and I would like to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, so the testimony of my auntie, she's been a client for a little bit over 3 months. She's been actually following and viewing my social media, which I had no idea. So I thought that was weird. I'm like, you could have just called me, auntie, and asked me what I was doing. But I didn't even have to tell her what I was doing. She basically just seen all my platforms, and after looking at my social media for about maybe a few weeks, she finally gave me a call and said, "Hey nephew, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, nothing, just working on my business. I'm doing this, doing that, yada yada." And she was basically like, "Well, I've been following you for quite some time." And I'm like, "Oh, you have? Let me just rewind it. She lives in Georgia, so like I said, I help everyone. So whether you're on the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, I can definitely help you. So, worldwide, exactly.
Even in the UK?
Nah, not in the UK. We're just right now. We're just United States right now. So we're eventually we'll work on it, but other countries are different. So
what was the results that you produced? Yeah.
So she's actually still a client. When she came to me, her credit score, she had made some decisions and dropped her score from had about 748, and she dropped all the way to a 3. And currently right now she's back. She's at a 648 right now. We removed over a little bit over $200,000 worth of debt, still going. And basically this debt, basically a mistake. She did some wrong choices, but I'm here to help her clean up her credit, fix her credit, and she's basically still a client, and she's probably going to be a client until her credit gets. She basically told me she wants to get an 800, so I was like, all right, well, we'll work on you until you get to the 800s. And she basically, her testimony is on YouTube, so she gave me permission to put her testimony on YouTube, so go ahead and follow that. You'll see one of her testimonies where a score actually went up 169 points. So these testimonies that I will be posting, this stuff actually works. So guys, give me a text, and other than that, that's pretty much it. So 562-754-0442. So I just want to make sure we have that out there in case they didn't hear me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so you know them listeners are coming in like crazy right now, man.
Oh yeah, I see them. They hot
like crazy. You know, it's hot, it's popping. You know, and that's why I say that. You know, it's very important. That's why I ask these important questions.
Right.
You know, only for the behalf of the listeners out there that's listening, because you know they want to learn about what they getting themselves into before they get into it with making that New Year's resolution, or just pretty much want to get their life back on the right track, period. You know what I mean? So
right. And those people, we definitely want to make sure we get you on a game plan, make sure you stick to that game plan. And we know things happen, so everyone always makes mistakes and things happen, so we can definitely work around you with those. So you definitely want to keep in touch, make sure you're following my social media. And then other than that, just want to give the floor back to you. Once again, thanks for Ethic Radio for allowing me to sponsor you as well.
For sure, man. Good looking out.
So yeah, for all the audiences listening, definitely reach out to me. Don't hesitate. Definitely share my social media as well, so that way we can make a movement. So me going into 2020, I definitely want to make sure we get a great big movement.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Round of applause to you on that note, man. Round of applause, man. Hey, is there like any shout out you want to give, man, before we close up out of here, man?
Well, I do have a shout out to Ethic Radio once again. I do want to give out a shout out to all the family, friends, and all the people that just started supporting me. We're gonna definitely make it big. So other than that, I don't really have too many shout outs. I definitely want to do a big shout out to one of my close business partners. Her name is Milan Stokes, Jennifer Munoz, and Bobby Kim. So I definitely want to give out a shout out to you guys. They're basically helping and molding me as well while I take this journey and grow my business as well. So and also I definitely want to give it back to you for having me on your platform as well. So we definitely want to stay in business and keep the audiences entertained.
Keep the audiences popping and everything like that, you know what I mean? Hey, y'all, look, I also want to give a shout out to my listeners out there that's been listening to this live podcast here on Ethic Talk Radio. Hey, look, y'all, don't forget to follow us on the Mixcloud app and follow us on Instagram at ethic_radio, y'all. So, you know, when y'all text the number and all that good stuff, all y'all gotta do is put in credit repair and put in Ethic Radio to get $50 off. Y'all tell them that Ethic Radio sent you. That's all you gotta do, y'all. That's all you guys got to do.